EA Sports coverage of the NFL is in Houston in the Space City at NRG Stadium. The NFL on EA Sports brings us to North Carolina and Bank of America Stadium here in Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Houston Texans. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Ready? 51 to Mike. Gun. Get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now the Auburn alum, Artis Payne. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. Out of the gun, Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Jadeveon Clowney coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. 8.
They are going to go for it. It's Newton. Flush to his right. And this is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. The Texans with a first opportunity now from the red zone. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. From the gun, here's Watson. He finds Hopkins complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, Watson. Escaping the pressure. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And it's picked up by the Panthers.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player, as well as a physical specimen.
And a carbon copy there, at least as far as the results are concerned, as he'll be dropped behind the line yet again. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. A shotgun snap for Newton. That's Samuel, caught left side. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Newton. It's complete. Artis Payne. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team, because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Gun. Check.
Newton throwing again. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give them 32 on the play. Not really any offense for them to speak of here in this 1st half. Maybe that's what they needed, that big play.
Yeah, and it seems that maybe everything changes right there. They've been a little slow out of the gate. We've seen that. But that one big play, that could spark a big burst right here.
I'm coming after you. Kill. 20.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. Heck of a move and then brought down near the 23. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Ready.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
6 man. Check girls, check girls, check girls.
Here's Newton. Incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
51's the mic, 51's the mic. Express! Get away with it. Mike 51, Mike. Express! Watch a slant, watch a slant. Watch a slant.
Here's Newton. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here.
20.
They snap it to Newton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Dylan Cole. A big seam, and he might go all the way. 20, 10, and he will have a touchdown.
Touchdown, Houston.
So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation, turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
54 down, he's coming. 56 is the mic.
After the interception, here's Watson sliding out of the pocket. This is caught, and he is not going to make it. They stop him up short, and this will remain a 6-0 ball game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
At the 50-yard line.
Great.
From the 50, Newton. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
On 2nd and 10, Newton. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Check back, check back.
To throw is Watson. Steps away to his left. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
56 is Mike. 56 is the mic. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Mike 56.
Watson on 3rd down. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Brian Burns with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Here we go on 4th. Watson flushed out right. And that is going to be incomplete. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Panthers will get the football back. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. McCaffrey with a first down and more. And down to the 7-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Newton to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get that one into the hands of Christian McCaffrey. But now it's 3rd and goal. The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Here's Newton. This will be caught at about the 6. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. A final shot before the break. Watson. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, first and 10 at their own 24. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Get him, boy! Check 56. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. At 55. Tight dog. Tight dog.
Again, it's Foreman. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up third down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Tight down. There you go.
Throwing on third down, Watson looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Fuller. Will Fuller, nobody there to stop him. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, 74 yards, and the Texans will extend their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. And that's going to leave him with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24.
He's checking. Crash. Great. Mike 51. Hey! Short. Hey.
From the gun, here's Newton. And to the tight end, Olsen, right side. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Gun. Gun. Mike 51.
To throw again on second down. Newton. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
At the Texans' 45-yard line.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Sponge. No. Great.
And now with the time of the play clock almost up, Ron Rivera's going to call a timeout. So, boy, that's already the 3rd they've burned here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the 4th quarter.
Here we go. 20! Just like that. 20!
Draw play as Newton gives to McCaffrey. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Check 41. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go. 20. Mike 41. We've got to wedge that, huh? I got one. Mike 41. Hey, I'm coming after you.
They will go for it. Now Newton. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. The sack there by J.J. Watt. And that makes him now 0 for 3 on 4th down attempts.
A lot of people would say they're showing a lot of guts going for it this many times on 4th down. I think they'd have to start thinking with their head a little bit more than with their gut and their emotions, because it's not working for them. They've got to figure out what's been going wrong.
Now a pass, and it's complete to QT. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Watch the whip.
A shotgun handoff now to Miller. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Texans on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Watson. Setting up the screen for Miller. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Now look at this. 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it.
Mike's 56. Mike's 56. You don't see me, son. You don't see me in your nightmare. 56 is the Mike.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, 36 yards. And the Texans will add on to their lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. A shotgun snap for Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
The Panthers on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Gun. Mike 51. Mike 51. I'm here all day. Go, Mike 51. Mike 51. Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go.
They'll set up to throw. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Justin Reed. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt and in a big way.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. 56. Mike, 56.
On 1st and 10, Watson flush to his right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. And there we saw rolling right out of the pocket. Maybe his momentum taking him toward that sideline led him a little too far.
Yeah, that is difficult, isn't it? Plus, you're closing down your space, right? You're shortening the field for your receivers. And their inclination is to go towards the sidelines as fast as the quarterback is as well. Hard for them to throttle down to leave themselves with enough room to stay in bounds and catch the ball.
Here's Watson. Being chased out left. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Well, you got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by James Bradbury. The 30. 10. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
8. Under 10. Under 10. 10. 61. Match box. Right. 51. Begin.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. And they're going to get the 2. It's caught. So they get the conversion, and now we're back to a one-score game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 40. Fresh off the pick six, it's Watson. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. And they'll run it from the gun with Miller. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down. You hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on 4th.
56 the mark, boys. 56. Check 56. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Mark 56. Mark 56. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
On fourth down, Watson. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on fourth.